Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Yeah, I know I took another long break just like someone similar. This video isn't really ordinary or funny in any way. In this video I'm talking about where I've been. But before I do that, I want to talk about where I went after the blade ball video. I know I said oh, I'm working on this major video. So I deleted CapCut with the video and stuff. So yeah, now I gotta redo that. So I'm just doing it here because it's more easier for me, and I don't want to make a whole separate video of where I went after the blade ball video and why I was gone for over a year. So let's just jump right in it, shall we? As you can see, after I posted the blade ball video, I was gone for over a year. That year was probably the worst time for me. I'm not even joking. I went through a breakup and friend drama. I know it seems ordinary, because again, it happens to all of us. I mean, it happens to everybody in life. But behind the scenes, so much wild things happened. I don't want to get into detail about it. However, since it was so severe to me, I started missing about 6 months worth of school. Not just because of the drama, but because of myself. I just felt like not going all the time because, again, it was school. Who wants to go to school? Seriously. Though that was my job at the time. Since I missed so much days of school, I had to start a program called Partnerships for Inclusion of Neurodiversity in Schools. But we're going to call it PINS for short. This program made me have a probation officer, which also made me go to school, or else I would have to do community service as well as possibly having to go to court. This made my mental health drop significantly, although it was my fault on why I was on that program. Not only all of this, but my lifestyle at home was pretty wild. My mother would always abuse me. For example, she would pull my hair and drag me on the ground and just straight up beat me. I remember one time she started choking me until I almost got unconscious. This was literally the most horrible and painful thing to me, especially how on the daily I would get told I was never loved and important. She still says that to this day. But one day, however, it got worse. I think it's the worst it's ever been. I live in a small apartment. My mom was a very unhealthy and unclean person, which influenced me and my siblings to do the same. The day after I had my first PINS meeting, I was allowed to spend the night at my great-grandmother's house, but after that, I had to clean for 6 hours. And yeah, that is how bad our apartment was at the time. I didn't clean. Instead, I was hanging out with my boyfriend at the time, and being a degenerate, oh my god, I can't talk. The degenerate I was playing the strongest battlegrounds with him. Once my mom saw, she started choking me and beating me, but this time more violent than usual. My sister saw this and got worried and ran back into our room, because we share a room. I eventually broke free and ran to our room as well. I thought it was safe until she ran into our room holding a knife in her hand. She jolted at me and was going to stab me until she stabbed our TV. My sister got worried and screamed because she was scared, since who knows what she'll stab next. My mom dropped the knife and left our room for a second. I was in shock, so I just kind of stood there, since I thought I was going to get killed by my own mother. She soon came back and pulled my hair, and after that dragged me to the bathroom and locked me in there. I kept banging on the door and screaming and crying while begging to get out, but she refused. I soon broke open the door, and she dragged me by my hair again into the hallway, and then called my great-grandma to pick us up. She left a note saying she has custody of me until I stop being lazy. I don't remember what the note says. My great-grandma picked us up but made me go into the truck while my sister and my great-grandma stayed up there with my mom. I don't know what happened in there. All I know is my mom begged my sister not to leave and grabbed her by the arm so hard it was bruised for like 3 days. Eventually we left, and the next day my mom got arrested, ironically on Mother's Day. The day after she got arrested, my grandpa called me and my sister an idiot for getting my mom, in jail, and soon took our phones the entire summer. So that was why I didn't post anything for a year. I had no phone, my mental health was down the drain, as well as family issues. And now you're probably asking yourself, why did I stop posting after I made the funny please donate clips, even though it really wasn't funny? Let me explain, but in simple terms. I'm not going to go into much detail with that. At the beginning of this school year, I began dating a guy who we will be referring as Ice Cream Co. I do not want to get into detail about our relationship. All I have to say, it was very, very toxic and difficult for both sides. Around this time, I was actually posting. Wow. Our relationship was having a fallout, and eventually he broke up with me, which left me hurt, and I'm not even gonna lie, I'm still hurt about it at this very moment. But besides that, I didn't want to post because I felt pretty much annoying. Since I was basically depressed at this time, I felt hopeless and useless. I felt like I'm not good enough. And sometimes I feel like that one annoying, weird yet funny person. I felt like nobody cared for me or who I am as a human. I always felt excluded. During this period, in the 3 months, I pretty much felt hopeless and useless. But trust me, I don't feel that way anymore. I'm a happy-go-lucky person now, so yeah. Not only that, but I didn't know what to post anymore. My short that has 3,000 and more viewers did so well, and after that, I didn't know what to post. Especially how after that my computer broke and now my videos are gonna be low quality again, yay! But I am saving up to get a new computer. Anyways, if I'm being truly honest, I don't post for views. I post because it's fun and I love inspiring people. I got inspired to post again all because I recorded me, Simeon, and Kemma having a funny moment together in Please Donate. I want to thank them, and you should subscribe to them. They're very kind and generous people, and I'm thankful to have them in my lives. Anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about. If you stayed and watched the entire thing, which I'm kind of surprised, thank you so much for watching. I deeply appreciate you, and I love you guys. See you in my next future post.